Morning, everyone. It is a truly incredible day, right? We are here with our candidate. And I gotta say, again, we know, you've been asking, people keep calling, asking, what's his name? And I felt so much like Ryan Seacrest in all of this. I was like, because if you watch American Idol or whatever, it's always like, and we'll find out who the winner is after the break. And it's like, we'll find out who our candidate is on Thursday. And now it's Thursday. And it's just a real beautiful thing to share with you. This individual, someone that Kevin and I have known for a while. And we are getting to know even more. And so it's really good. Before you start talking about all yourself and telling us your name, among other things, we have a little tradition here. And it requires that you to fit in, you got to get the twirl. Have you seen us in videos where we've done the twirl? This is something that happened. I didn't even realize we were doing it until the Father's Day one. And our wives did the video. And my wife was making fun of me because I have this tendency just to kind of
well, because at the beginning of it all, we ended up just feeling very weird and awkward about us sitting. And so sometimes just to have fun, we would spin. And
that's great.
It's a nervous tick, probably what it is. Yeah. Why don't you give us a spin?
Okay,
give us your best spin.
Do I got to try to go more than once?
No, one's good.
All
one's
right.
good. Otherwise, we don't want you spilling all over the table. But it's really great to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Why don't you share with us a little bit? You're going to share a whole lot on Saturday in terms of testimony and introducing your family in a great way. But just the bullet points, right? Where, what, when, why, how? Kind of who are you, and
Sounds good.
Where do you come from?
So, am I the candidate, or do I give a name now?
You can share your name with the whole church. Actually, can we back up a little bit? It's occurred to me, if people have stumbled on this video, because it is on YouTube, we should explain. If you're new to Lakeview, we have been searching for a new lead pastor for a while now, and this is an individual that's been interviewed and vetted sounds strong, but it's really fair, I think, right? Interviewed and now is here because you're listening from God to hear if this is the church where He wants you to serve, and we as a church are listening to God to find out if you're the one that we should hire. And so now we're at the fun part of the process where we get to put a name to a imaginary face and a face to a resume and get to hear a little bit. So share with us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So my name is Jeff Gates. I am originally from Michigan. Grew up about an hour out of Detroit. 3 younger brothers. Christian family, went to private school, also was homeschooled for a year and went to public school, so I have all the schools experience. I met my wife at Calvin College. It's a Christian college. I trained as an engineer, moved over to pastoring, went to a seminary, and been a youth pastor for the last 18 years.
Yeah.
So me and you have planned some events together.
We have worked together at a distance. That's absolutely done some stuff together.
In the BC Association, which I think is kind of cool because it's like cousins, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Why anyone would want to leave youth ministry is beyond me, but we're glad that you
it's
are
kind of a demotion, actually.
called to step away, and it's great to have you here. So, one of the things, church, we should let you know too is there's going to be a lot more deeper questions come Saturday during the meet and greet. Today, our purpose for this is just to kind of be an introduction.
Yeah.
And so you might hear Kevin and I ask questions, and you're going, "That's a softball." That's at the point today. Yeah. Today is not it's a game of softball, if you will, if you want to use that sports analogy. It is not a rigorous debate. It is just a chance for you to get to know this person.
Which has been good because we've had some of those opportunities to ask some hard questions. Now it's going to be your turn to ask some of those questions on Saturday and Sunday.
Right. So if you're coming to one of our meet and greets Saturday morning or Sunday after church, you might have some questions that you want to know, and if you don't hear them answered here, then bring them, and there'll be a chance for you to ask those. But for now, we're much more interested in things like, I'll ask this. So you're going to get to, we know that you're a Canucks fan. You might talk more about that later. But here's the thing. As a Canucks fan, Jeff, when they are eliminated from the playoffs, which of the following do you find yourself doing? Do you cheer for whichever Canadian team is left? Do you keep watching no matter what because it's hockey? Or C, do you lose all interest because it's April and the weather's nice outside and you move on with your life and do other things?
That's a great question, and I'd have to say it depends. My son is into hockey, and so right now,
Yeah.
I'll watch with him
Okay.
and cheer for usually a Canadian team, and often just pick a team to oppose him, so we have a little rivalry.
enough,
you
yeah.
know.
Well, and that's the advantage of being from the U.S. as well too. Is
Yes.
That, like, you can kind of flip flop if you need. Right?
And Red Wings, you know, I grew up with the Red Wings, so I can, you know,
Yeah.
I've lived in Colorado, so the Avalanche, so yeah. But generally, I want a Canadian team to win.
Okay. Well, here's what you're going to find this morning, Jeff.
Yeah.
There's no right answers because what we were looking for is the fact that all true Canucks fans say C. All true Canucks fans
They stop
lose
watching.
all interest in hockey
Okay.
as soon as the team is eliminated. That's what we do.
Well, I did fail. You said I couldn't fail, but I just did.
No, there's no right answers. Anyways, but no, that's fine. I love that you engage it with your son. Right? And so
Yeah.
the family ministry side of me goes, that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So tell us. Okay. We know you're a man of the word. What Bible translation do you go to? What would be your go-to for in a different ways, right? Because some people use it for devotional, for preaching, as a devotional. Which, and again, maybe you jump between. That's fine too. You can share that. But what's most common to be the one that you're reading for a devotional?
Yeah, that's a good question. I grew up with the NIV. Well, I grew up King James when I was younger. Then NIV became more the version that was used. So that's what I typically go to. But I actually try to read it in different.
Yeah.
Because you get different things, different translations of the original. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for studying, if you really want to get into a text and understand
Yeah.
what it's meaning.
Well, then I try to study, look at a bunch
Okay.
of different ones,
Yeah.
and then even look at the Greek word
Sure.
background for different words, phrases, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's not really one that I go to for study.
Okay.
Just yeah.
All right. And then for preaching.
Yeah, NIV probably is what
Okay.
I generally use, but
Great.
yeah.
And then if you're teaching, so not like a sermon, but just like if you're leading a class on, I don't know, what's a teaching subject?
Spiritual gifts.
Sure, yeah, great, good idea.
Yeah,
Right? What would you
Yeah.
go to generally for that?
Probably, I mean, the first one's NIV, but if I realize that another one translates more what I feel like it's originally intended, then I'll use that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now you mentioned the Greek, just so that we are aware. What percentage of your sermons tend to be all in Greek?
Well,
Like, are we going to have to learn a new language here?
yeah. I think there will be a learning process
Okay.
because probably a good quarter.
Oh, all right. Don't leave. That's sarcasm,
Yeah,
right?
that's just joking,
We
yeah.
should have set up a sign like that just falls down. That's not serious. Right, but we can expect the odd word now and then, right? But you're
Sure,
not
just
gonna-
just to say, hey, this is kind of what the word is. This is some different ways and that's why it's this way there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Good. What would you say is the best pastoral advice you've ever heard?
Oh, for myself or just in
that
general?
you've been given.
Well, character matters.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Character matters.
Yeah.
That's good.
Actually, and just to go off of that a little
Yeah.
bit, as a pastor myself, I don't know where I heard this, but somebody said that my life is my sermon, and I always
Yeah.
that really resonated with me
For sure.
You know, because if I'm not living what I say or trying to live out, why would anybody want to believe it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that's a great one. That's a
Yeah.
great one. It's good. What's the last book you read? And as you think, what would be your top three?
Oh, top.
Other than the Bible. Other than the
Man.
Bible. Top three books.
I
What's the
think
last one you read?
wow, top three in my life is hard.
Okay.
because it depends on where I'm at and what I need at that point. So that's really difficult. But lately, I've really enjoyed N.T. Wright.
Okay.
And I read, he just wrote a little book about coronavirus.
Yeah.
So I read that. That's probably the last book I've just read. I'm reading a book by Scott McKnight right now.
Okay.
Really enjoyed him too. But wow, top 3. Yeah, I'm
It's all right.
brain fog. I don't know.
Maybe like this, is there a book that you always go back to at certain times? Like, is there one that's kind of just stuck with you? Maybe you've come back to it a few times.
One that's that in the last few years I have is called Saturate by Jeff Vanderstelt.
Oh yes.
And I'm actually reading through it a second time. So so I don't often read through more than once. I might go back and refer, but this one I'm actually reading through a second time. So
Okay.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Okay.
yeah, that's a good question. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. I mean, you could have said it the hymnal. All right.
I guguess that would have been a right answer. You
Some
told me
people
no
would-
right or wrong, but you keep telling me.
Anyways, no, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's all good. That's an impossible question. We recognize that. Yeah. What are some of your hopes for the next generation?
Wow. Well, in a time where authenticity is so recognizable, and character is I just think it's super important. So I'd like authentic people of character.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that live what they say, that
Yeah.
believe in
It's-
Jesus I do. Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get hiding behind one of these, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
challenging to be who you are, offline and
Wherever
online.
you are, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin, you want to jump in before I keep rolling here?
No, that's good. Are we going to go to the lightning round?
I want to. Can I ask? I got one first. What is something that people would be surprised to learn about you?
Oh.
Not your deepest, darkest secret.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
something that's-
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would be
I know.
interesting.
I'm trying
that's
to.
interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting question that I haven't thought about, but I don't know. I can't dance very well.
Oh, shocker!
I guess that's not
You might fit Can I
unique.
answer for you?
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was kind of interesting. You do a lot of rock climbing.
Well, I love it.
You love
Yeah,
it?
I'd love to do more. Yeah.
Okay. So do you get out very often and
This year, no. But last summer, I took some students out, and I got out, and I don't know, I was probably out 10 times or something over the summer. And where we live, you know, in BC, there's just lots of options. 45-minute drive or way or less. But okay, so because of that, what would be weird to know, or whatever your question was, however you worded it.
What would be something people would be surprised?
Surprised to
learn?
know. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm a rock climber, but I'm deathly afraid of heights.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, I kind of limit my how high I
Because I
go.
was going to say, remember that
Yeah.
scene in Mission Impossible when he's like hanging off the cliff like
Yes.
this, right? And like between step ladders here and Mission Impossible is there.
Yeah.
Where are you in?
Yeah. I mean, I find that if I do it a lot, I start to be a little bit less scared. But now, if I were to go out, I'd get one pitch, they call it, the length of a rope, and I can't go any further right now, so unless it doesn't look like it's far
I
up.
don't know if there's a lot of people who would go past that.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
feet or more, I think most people would, right?
It starts to get
Drop
scary.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sheena and I were on a cruise ship one time that had a climbing wall in the back, and I got up to the top of the climbing wall, and then you get to the point where you can't see. You're way up.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
heights
it's
are not my
scary,
thing, but
yeah.
there's those moments where I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta get down.
Yeah.
I couldn't get down fast enough.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just shake it and yeah.
All right. Very good. Okay. Lightning round.
Okay, so these
Can we
these
rename this
are-
the Stanley Cup winners round?
I haven't watched the highlights.
Well, spoiler alert.
I'm way behind this week. So this is like 1 to 3 word answers.
Yes.
So just like
Okay.
pop them off fast.
All right.
You can veto if need be, but I don't think there's anything that needs to be vetoed.
Okay.
How do you take your coffee?
With cream.
Okay. And what kind of coffee?
Oh.
What's your coffee place or joint or at-home brew or something like that?
Yeah, it's probably Starbucks, yeah.
All right. Okay. Favorite vanilla ice cream topping?
Chocolate.
Okay. All right. Only one food for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Oh. Thai.
Thai food?
Like-
Thai food, yeah.
Okay.
Spicy?
So not like it's a tie between, but
Oh, no, yeah, like Thai,
Yeah, no, I
Thailand,
understand.
yeah.
TH, yeah, I
Yeah,
gotcha. Yeah.
I like spicy, not as spicy as I used to, because I don't do it enough, but I do like I used to get it really hot.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. How well do you think you do on? Do you ever see hot wings? You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that? How well do you think you would do there?
Oh, if I practice, maybe I'd get, but not
No.
super well.
Like round 2?
Yeah,
Round 3?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Good. Siblings?
3? Am I supposed to name them?
No, that's fine. 3's good.
Okay. Yeah, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned rock climbing. Other hobbies?
Oh, hiking, swimming, reading, hanging out,
Yeah.
drinking coffee. Oh, that's more than 3. Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Oh, all 3. I like them all.
What activity like instantly calms you? Like if you're having a stressful day, what you're like, I just need to go and do this thing. What kind of calms you?
You know what? I'd probably go for a walk
Yeah.
or a run. Out in nature would be good. Yeah.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Oh, I always used to say Coke, but I don't drink either really much anymore.
Well,
I
that's
better
not
keep
the
my
right
office door
answer.
closed.
That's not the right answer.
Oh, you're a Pepsi guy?
No, Pepsi. Coke.
Okay.
Only Coke.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Moving right along.
What do you do on your commute to and from work?
Often I'll listen to a podcast or a book on tape.
We were looking for prey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Podcast is great. Podcast
It's
is
because
great.
I've already spent that first hour.
Right, of course.
Yeah,
You're up
yeah.
at 4,
Yeah,
right? So-
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. All right.
Is there a particular podcast?
I like, right now, I'm listening to the Bible Project a lot. I've gone through a bunch, but that's the one of current one. Yeah.
Okay. Good. What's the phone app you use most?
Oh, calendar?
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's good. Do you have a favorite board game?
Oh, right now, King of Tokyo I think it's called King of Tokyo,
Oh.
has been a family favorite.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, fun interjection. Did you see that there's a new board game store opening up in West London? Or maybe it just opened? I've only seen signage.
Huh.
But, well, we know what we're doing tomorrow.
Ah.
All right. All right, you inherit or come across a large sum of money. What's the first thing you do with it?
Pay off my mortgage.
There you go.
I was supposed to say
wise
pay off
answer.
the church's mortgage, wasn't I?
No,
Okay.
we don't.
Oh,
No, we do.
there we go.
Do you relate to a certain Disney character?
Oh.
Now you have 2 sons, so maybe you're not familiar, but there's this thing called Disney. They have a lot of princesses.
No, I don't relate to the princess, but if you asked a superhero, I'd say Superman. I just
Okay.
grew up with Superman, but
That works
Disney, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. There's so many.
We'll go with Superman.
Okay.
Because at
Superman.
some point, I'm
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
the DC universe will be owned by Disney.
You think
anyway.
so?
Yeah.
You think they've already got
There we
Marvel.
go.
If it's
Yeah,
Marvel,
yeah,
It's on its way.
All
That's
right.
right.
So, other than hockey, other major sports like soccer, football, basketball, baseball, you care?
Yeah, my other son likes soccer, so we
Okay.
play a bit of that.
Yep. Do you follow MLS or? any of the-
We went to a Vancouver
Whitecaps?
Whitecaps game, and we loved it.
Yeah.
We haven't gone to another one, but we started watching it for a bit. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, we don't follow it. I don't follow anything a whole lot. I just like to play.
Sure.
You know,
So you would, I think we can assume this, but just to hear it from your words, you are much more involved in, you'd rather play than watch, correct?
Yeah, although I do enjoy now, because life has been busy, just sitting and relaxing. So if I relax with my sons and watch something, I really almost would rather do that some days than actually go out, because I'm just ready for a relax.
For sure. That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've already said Superman, but superpower, would you rather fly, be invisible? What would you choose?
I think I'd want to fly.
Yeah.
That just sounds so freeing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Especially if you could go fast, right? Then you could get somewhere.
I mean,
really
it'd be
good.
all right.
Yeah.
When traffic is bad.
What would you choose?
Oh, man. Super strength.
Really? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
totally. But no, maybe that'd get me in trouble. I already break stuff at times. And my wife is watching this, she'll be like, no, you would break everything. So I shouldn't say that. I should rethink my answer. Flying would be, I get it.
Yeah.
I get the flying thing.
What would you do, Kevin? Speed. Oh, speed.
Because
Yeah.
I'm always finding that I'm behind and I'm not as good at scheduling. So I'm like, oh shoot, I have to get here really fast.
Oh,
and
yes.
so if I could just instantly, like maybe teleport.
Oh,
Teleport with you.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
pretty
I get
cool.
that. You see, I'd like to just, this isn't a superpower, but I'd like to be able to drive wherever I want without consequences. Can that be a superpower? Like, I can drive as fast
Could
as
you
I
drive
want.
up in the air too, like fly?
Yes, I would love to, like a Jetsons kind of thing.
Yeah,
where- I mean, I know they still kind of go in rows and it's all
Right,
over,
right.
And just to,
Yeah, that'd be
we
cool
should,
too.
we should hit West Side Road one day. When we're
If you had one day to just go anywhere in the world for just one day, where would you go?
You know, it sounds like I'm in love with Thailand because I answered Thai food but the beaches with the rock cliffs that I see,
that's pretty cool.
I would love to
Yeah.
see that and climb a little and swim. Yeah.
It would be cool to be in a scenario where if you're rock climbing and you fall, it doesn't matter because you're just going to land in
Yes,
the water.
especially if not too high because it
Yeah.
still hurts in the water. But yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. From any height, it'll
Yes,
be fatal.
yes.
But yeah, no, right? Like
Yeah,
just
I think it'd be
boulder
so.
along.
Yeah.
I get that.
It'd be so fun.
It's a fine answer.
Yeah.
It's a fine answer. Any allergies?
Penicillin.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know what not to get you if suddenly you just have an infection. Right
Or if you're really mad at me. Yeah.
I have to make sure dessert tomorrow is not
Yeah.
penicillin. All right.
What's your favorite flavor or color of jelly bean?
Oh,
Do you eat jelly bean?
not too much. Actually, I tried to stop eating candy, and like chocolate I can't avoid. So I'm like, if I'm going to eat some candy, I'll have chocolate.
Okay, so like,
So maybe a chocolate jelly bean.
okay, I was gonna say, what's your number one chocolate bar then?
Oh, I don't know. Anyone that's given to me,
Free?
they're pretty much all good. Yeah.
All right. So then I think but sweet or savory?
Probably sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I like both, but
Good. All right. Excellent. Sorry, we've already answered that question.
What's your eye color?
Oh.
I've heard that it changes with what I'm wearing. So like
looks
green or blue. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because see, I got blue pants on. So
Oh, maybe.
yeah.
That's sure. Okay. Dog person or cat person?
Dog.
Okay. Yeah,
That was really fast.
that's the right answer. Do you have
All
a
right,
dog or
good.
no?
We have two
No.
little yappy dogs actually.
Really?
So
All
yeah.
right. So, okay. How many oceans have you swam in?
Oh, I was in Sri Lanka for a missions trip,
Yeah.
but it was right after the tsunami,
Okay.
and they wouldn't let us swim in it because they were scared of the ocean. And it was I hate cold water.
Yeah.
So I was so wanting to swim in this warm water.
Yeah.
But the Pacific and the Atlantic are the only two
Okay.
I've swam in. Yeah.
All right. Morning person or night?
Morning.
Ooh, how many broken bones have you had?
None.
What?
Yeah. Teeth I've broken. But,
Okay.
But not. No.
Huh. Oh,
Yeah,
we
I don't know.
we can fix that.
How. Yeah, I know.
Is it teeth from hockey?
No, I was boxing with a friend in our basement, not wearing a mouth
Right.
guard, and his elbow got me in the tooth. This one broke right off.
Really?
Yep. So lots of surgery later.
Interesting.
I'm beautiful again.
Would people say you're more like your mom or your dad?
Oh. I don't even know.
Okay,
I can see qualities of both.
fair enough.
Only the good ones.
All right, so ask your wife later.
Yeah, yeah,
I know that's she would be like, "Oh, you're more like
yeah,
Do
exactly.
you have a favorite band?
You know what? I'm really sorry, Kevin, but I don't listen to music that much. If I
I'm not
turn
offended.
something on, yeah. So, no, I like kind of U2, that kind of sound.
Okay.
So like some of their older stuff.
Yeah.
But so maybe you do, but
Okay.
I feel like I should know more Christian bands. I mean, but I just don't. Yeah.
You're just so busy listening to the Bible Project podcast.
It's like over and over, just.
Right. All right.
Is there anything else, like, maybe this is part of that other question of like, is somebody that somebody is surprised by you, but like, is there anything else that like you would say, okay, if you were to categorize Jeff like this, like how would you describe yourself?
Like as a band or as anything?
No, as a person.
Uh,
Like, is there one word to describe you?
They're probably, everybody would have a different one maybe, but I don't know. Responsible? Hopefully, I don't know.
All right.
That's what I strive for.
That's good.
One
That's great.
thing, but
Sorry, in the back of my mind, what's going on is this is the slowest lightning round we've probably.
Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's not on you. It's on someone else because the questions we're asking. But it's sort of in my head going, "Is the lightning round? Is the lightning round?" Okay, anyways, so we are going to wrap things up just because again, people have more opportunities to get to know you Saturday and Sunday, and just so church, so that you know. If you can't make it to Saturday or Sunday, or if you come to one, but obviously can't do both, they're going to be recorded and they'll be uploaded to like not a members only, but a non-public website, so that if you're part of Lakeview and you want to get to know Jeff more, get to know what was said in the session that you missed, you'll be able to check those out. Maybe you just want to review and answer or listen again or whatever happened. They'll all be available to you. So check in with the church office end of this week, and we'll get you all connected with that. As soon as it's available, we'll get you connected with that and figure out how to do that. So that's on its way as well, so that you don't.
And I would say with that too, that like it's really important that there's still spots available for Saturday and Sunday, and we encourage you to make the most of that, because Jeff also needs to meet you, and I think that's really important for him and for you to be able to get out and have that communication. Yes, we're going to still be safe. We're going to keep Jeff, away from you, but we will get that chance. Now, your family is here with you,
yes,
and we'll be able to meet them through video later on in the week through some of these things. But did we go through that at the beginning? You have a wife. You have 2 boys.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that much. It came out.
So again, we recognize that you church are at a great disadvantage because you do not know Jeff like we do. So sometimes we assume things because we know we know he has 2 teenage sons, and we know that. You've been married how long now? That I couldn't tell you.
1998. So.
All right.
This is bad. 22 years.
That's okay.
I had to count. Yeah.
Here's how we had this conversation. So yesterday we just celebrated 14 years.
Yeah.
And like a few weeks ago, we were out for a walk, and she's like, "Man, we're celebrating 12 years this year, hey?" And I went, "No, but here's where it's at." And I went, "No, it's 13." We were both wrong. That's great. Like, this is beautiful. I'm off the hook for being wrong about 13. She's off the hook for being wrong about 12.
Well, I don't know if you have this problem, but being a youth pastor, it seemed like every year on our anniversary, we had a youth event, and Cheryl was just like, "Who are you married to, Jeff?" I mean, she was just joking, right? Yeah.
The amount of times I have planned youth retreats, because she has a September birthday, and then our anniversary is September 30th. So the number of times I've planned a fall youth retreat, either for on her birthday or on her anniversary.
Right.
She is a very patient and loving woman to put up with that nonsense. But understand it's all for God's glory in the kingdom, and
That's right.
But
Yep.
so is our marriage. So, anything else you really want just people to know about you on the lighter side of things? Just like,
Yeah. I mean, really excited to be here.
Yeah.
Like we told you before, we've known each other for a while. I've had great times with both of you, so excited to get to know some more of the people that you have told me so much about, as far as who you love and who you serve with, and yeah. I guess that's not the lighter side, is it?
oh, whatever,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to wrap this up because we got to get to froyo. And you know what? We're going to eat froyo in front of you. And you can just maybe there's chocolate. Anyways, we recognize that more than anything, we don't want this to be an hour-long video. And there's more for you to meet and see and do too. So church, there's lots of ways. Get on the website. Call Ursula. She's in this afternoon till 2 tomorrow morning if you want to get registered, but you don't have access to the church website and do it yourself online. But there's a recording tonight, Thursday night. There's a meet and greet session Saturday morning at 10, and then right after the church service on Sunday. So you can come to the church service, join people in this room, and participate in the service. And then there's a meet and greet right afterwards. And so... but that is 4 different things to sign up for. So if you're going to come to Sunday morning, you need to sign up for the meet and greet separate, because we recognize that some people either have to leave early right after church and can't stay for the meet and greet, or can't come in time for church but want to be for the meet and greet. So they're right close together, but separate sign-ups. So don't get fooled by that, or don't get lost in all of that. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks for hanging out. It's great to have you in Coffee Talk. Thanks for putting up with the squeaky chair. We wanted to put him through the ultimate test. We thought, what would that be? Give him the squeakiest chair we've got. And you have not been fidgeting as much as I thought.
Can I add one more thing to the registration thing? So just by way of announcement as well, that like the vote that's happening on the 11th, if you're doing it by Zoom or in person, we still want you to be able to register for that, just so that we can have an idea of who's going to be there. If you are a member or an adherent, we still want you to be there as well too. So you do need to register, even if you're going to be on Zoom at home. That's fine. You can still be a part of that, but you do need to register so that we can get that contact info and get you the Zoom link and all that as well too.
Yeah. So. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for spending time. We know many of you have been eager to get to this moment and get to see this face. And so we're going to have one last invitation for you. In addition to signing up, be praying, church, please. Be really listening to God in these days, asking Him for how He's leading and what His picture of Lakeview has been. We know you've been doing that since March. But keep it up. It's not time to stop praying yet. It's time to just pray all the more. And now you can pray directly for this individual and whether or not how it fits into God's picture for your church. And so, thanks for spending time with us today. We'll see you this weekend and online and in the building.